And welcome back to Mississippi Association of Coaches Clinic. Brad Logan alongside Candice McDuffy. She is the head coach at Lawrence County High School, the women's basketball coach. And Coach, it's an honor to get to visit with you. I know you love the sport of basketball, and you have to love this clinic every year.
I do. I enjoy coming up here every year.
What do you like most about it? I know you obviously have a ton of people that you probably lean on for guidance and that sort of thing, but what do you specifically enjoy about the clinic every year?
Just the networking and then being around a lot of other people that kind of can relate to all the struggles that you're going through and all the things that you're dealing with. Sometimes we can kind of get in this rut where we feel like, dang, this is only happening at my school, but when you come up here, you realize, no, it's not just at your school or it's not just with your team. And so then that helps, and then somebody can give you some advice of like, hey, this is what I did to try to get through this. And so mostly just the networking and, like you said, being able to lean on everybody else and their experiences that they've dealt with and how we can help each other.
I know you're looking for that state championship, and it's coming, I know, because I know how good of a coach you are. But you've made the Elite Eight. What do you think it's going to take to get over that extra edge? And here's the thing. What have you learned in your young career about what it takes to get to an Elite Eight?
I think it is going to take for me and my situation where I'm at with my school, I think it's going to take a collective group that will be able to come together. Like, I don't necessarily think that talent is going to determine it as much, but what I have learned is, one, do we deserve to be there? Because if you don't deserve to be there, you typically don't get there. And what I mean by deserve to be there, what are we doing day in and day out? Like, what does that look like? Character, all those different things. And the teams that when we didn't get there, I knew. Like, I kind of knew because, it was just some things that happened. Like, for one of those teams, the first time we got there, that week, we had a week off. Like, the last game that we played, the second round, and then the third round, which is Elite Eight, it was like a week later. I had seniors missing practice. Just things like that don't put you in a position to deserve to be there. And so when I have a group that will buy in, and I honestly feel like this group that I have this year is more together than any team that I've had before. I don't have any whole lot of issues amongst the team and things like that. They kind of know what to expect out of me. And then with this group, the other difference is the parental support from this group, and this group of seniors has been different than any other group. Like, this is the group of parents that I don't ever hear from. They're going to let me coach their children. And so that's why I feel like this group is going to be different. I don't know what the end is going to look like, but I do feel like it's going to be different this year. It'll be a different team, a different feel for me, and I think it may be a little bit more enjoyable.
I think you have a very unique perspective. It's never easy to go home. You're a great player at Lawrence County now, serving as the team's head women's basketball coach. Has that been a challenge for you? And if not, then what have you learned by going back to the place where you were such a good player?
It hasn't, per se. I don't think it's added to it. It might have been one or two situations with me being the player that or have played or being from there that might have made a difference. But outside of that, I don't think it has, because I didn't go into it as a mindset of, oh, I'm from here. I looked at it as, this is another job, and you got to show up and do your job. You got to put in the work, just like with anywhere else. You're not going to be given anything. And so that's kind of the mindset that I took to it. And that was just more so for me. Not that, my district or my high school did anything to make me feel any different. But that's just me and my character, my work ethic, and how I look at things. Because at least when I know, regardless of whatever happens, then I know I've put 100% and my best foot forward to make sure that whatever product that I put out there is the best that I can do, at that time.
I think year 11 for you, coaching.
Going into year 12.
Going into year 12. You've been to the clinic a number of years. I know you served on a number of committees, and you're a leader in the world of women's basketball. But I'd love to know some things you might have learned at the clinic over the years, and maybe some things you've learned here that you've implemented into your program.
There was a lot of stuff that Tamika Reed did like a couple years ago when she came up here. A lot of defensive stuff that I actually still do now in practice. It was one of the gap drills that she uses that I did. Transition, I think Ms. Joyce, McNeilus, when she came, she did a transition drill that I used, that I implemented in. It's been several little things. The biggest thing is like little tidbit stuff. Language has been a difference. Coach Yo, there was a lot of stuff that I picked up from Coach Yo. A lot of her language is a lot of the things that I use now on defense, positioning on defense and different things like that. So it's been a lot of them over the years that it's been some things that I picked up on and I still use now.
You look at Coach O, that's someone that has been very successful in the major college ranks at Ole Miss. The head coach for the Rebels has gotten to back-to-back Sweet 16. Having a coach like that come in, what are some other things that not only do you appreciate her leadership, some other tools that you've learned just from someone like a Coach O that you're able to learn from a couple of years ago?
She was a very down-to-earth person. No matter how big things have gotten, she was very down to earth. And so that's what I can appreciate, especially with us being in Mississippi. And we kind of know sometimes what the struggle is with, with Mississippi and things like that. But she's never been like that. She's always came, like even when she first got the job, and she's come at least 2 more times after that. And even last year when they got to, as far as they did, she still came back. And so one of the things I've learned from her is just, staying humble, like understanding where you are, what you got to do, and, everybody can help you in some kind of way, in some shape, form, or fashion. And you never know where things will come from and people you can pull from, around you just because, it's just Mississippi, how they try to say it sometimes.
Coach O has been very successful, and so is head coach Candice McDuffy from Lawrence County High School, who's a great player for Lawrence County now. She is the school's head women's basketball coach, is doing great work. Advanced to an Elite Eight, now looking for that first state championship. Good luck to you, okay?
Thank you.
We appreciate you joining us here at the Mississippi Association of Coaches Clinic.